All right, so good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. Sunday, 8 p.m., another Sunday coaching series this evening. The coaching call tonight is and this is a question that keeps coming back. So I want to break that one down a little more into detail. But best strategy for new investors. Look, I'm pretty sure I have many videos. If you just go to our social media, YouTube, there's also steps on how to find deals, how to connect with sellers, how to make the transactions, the closings, etc. I'll go through a few of the steps here and kind of give you guidance as to what I think based on if I was a new investor. I'll put it that way. If I was a new investor, but I do have quite a few announcements to make towards the end as well. So make sure you stay towards the end also. So a lot of big changes are coming very soon. Great opportunities for many people. But we'll get into that here in a few minutes. So let's jump right on into it here. I do have a few of the calls as well. So we're gonna be doing that. Coaching is starting back up as well, but it's not going to be individually. So I know the back pocket is something we were doing pretty strong right for the new year last year, and that's one-on-one coaching. So we still offer that, but it's very minimal. At this time, we're not doing any individual one-on-ones. It's typically a group coaching or Sundays. But for those of you joining us, I mean, you can come on here on a Sunday and ask me any mobile home related question. Obviously, towards the end, we'll have a little kind of Q&A, but I'll answer all the questions there. So just depends on what it is that you're trying to get. But all right, so best deal if I was a new investor into mobile home investing. So wholesale. I mean, wholesale bird dog. I'm not even going to say start investing immediately because I have noticed that a lot of people, even though a lot of people procrastinate, but then there's a lot of people that jump into it without really knowing a whole lot. Now, you're never going to be truly ready. There's no perfect time, if you will. Okay. It's no one, two, three, and it's game time. You get into this niche, into this industry, just like anything else, and you learn the most that you can, and you keep on learning. You keep educating yourself. That's what you do. I've been in this business for 7 years, and still I learn something new every day. Every deal brings a little something, sometimes crazy, sometimes something new, sometimes just, hey, this is actually a better system of doing it. So, it's always be coachable, be open minded, and always be learning, always be looking. And the thing about that is, if you're in, not even new necessarily, but it definitely, if you're new, is get with somebody that's where you're trying to get. There's coaches, there's mentors. I just got the same we can coach you on here. But if you know somebody already investing, somebody maybe doing real estate, somebody who's done some wholesale, some flips, they have some type of guidance that they can give you solely of experience. Because that's what coaching and mentoring is. When I coach somebody, is I'm teaching you what I know. Okay, it's not out of a book. This is what I struggled with. This is what we figured out, and we kind of just teach you based on that. And that's the best way to learn. I learn better by somebody's side, just watching. I'm observing. I'm watching every move and learning. Okay, that makes sense. That's how you do it. Then I'm also thinking, how can I do it better? Okay, not arrogantly, but how can I do what they're doing, maybe more proficient? There's a lot of big investors out there, but when I see their, and I'm not bashing anyone, but when I see their concept in their business, I'm not growing as much as I should be. And then I look at their operation, it's typically they're spinning a lot of wheel. There's a lot of running around in circles, a lot of things that could be eliminated, right? So anyway, learn from somebody that's out there definitely doing it. But I'll give you a few little examples of things that you should be focusing on that'll also help you get started and things you can already start immediately learning. Definitely jump on YouTube, get with any coaching and mentor, try to learn from anybody that's out there, but then immediately start playing with the market, start advertising. That's number one. A lot of people think that deals are out there browsing, and I wouldn't even consider that even real estate either, because for mobile homes, what we invest in, we don't have Zillow, Trulia, FMLS, all these luxury sites, let's call, but you don't need them because a real strong real estate investor does not invest out of Zillow, out of Trulia. Now I'm not saying you cannot make deals out of that, but the best deals are off market deals. That's what you want to focus on. So you want to immediately try to bring some type of deals, because then again, if you're trying to work with somebody, is it more likely that somebody will try to work with you, maybe help you out, kind of guide you, take you under the ring, whatever, if you have deals. If you keep showing up with, hey, I think I have a deal opportunity, I think I have somebody trying to sell, versus just teach me, right? Kind of a different approach. There's add value. I'm bringing you value. I can bring you leads. I can bring you people who may want to sell. You help me determine if this is a good deal. We can kind of maybe break it down and we go forward that way. So always be adding value, but it's like getting your first deal. You cannot browse all day on Facebook, all day on Craigslist, and those are our two top sites, by the way. Craigslist and Facebook. Let goes okay as well, but you know, you can browse on there, but the same thing. You know, if it was real estate, it'd be Zillow. If it's mobile homes, it's Craigslist or Facebook. If I find quotations deals on Craigslist or Facebook, they're probably not that good of a deal. Or if they were, they wouldn't be there, right? They're not going to last. So I have to be able to go in and find these deals. A lot of times it's people they don't even realize they wanted to sell. This past week, we had three people who were blasting more for land opportunities right now, land packages, and trying to get individual homes to move them. We're trying to pick up a lot of that as well, as we currently need 60 mobile homes in East Georgia. But it's you know, it's like, hey, there's an extra mobile home on my land. I wouldn't mind selling it. A lot of people don't realize there's value in mobile homes. And if somebody comes in and buys a piece of property, a piece of land somewhere, and there's a mobile home or a couple mobile homes, you know, to them it's just there. That's, I guess that's part of it. They know nothing about this. Many times those could be free deals, could be free mobile homes. Just take it off my land and you can have it. That's a free mobile home. Now, obviously, you know, depends on the mobile home, the condition, the year, the make, the model. We got to get the specifics. There's the due diligence that comes after that, but that's how you start getting the deals. You know, that's number one. And the best way to get deals, off-market deals, is advertising every day. I'm going to do it as soon as I get off of this coaching call, because that's the perfect time, evening times. Um, Advertising, you know, social media is great. Though I've given up pretty much on the physical. You know, I want to say it, but physical side does not work anywhere as much. My only day of travel at this time is 1 day a week, and even reps that I have out in the field, it's just the, you know, when I think of the expense versus the reward kind of and everything that I do, it's like, you know, I can spend all day posting bandit signs and may give me what, maybe one deal, maybe every other month, right? Maybe, you know, if that. Most people, whoever coming from, I would post signs, we buy mobile homes, and people would call me, do you sell mobile homes? Which is a good thing too, but the advertising wasn't for that. So you know what I mean? So it's one of those where it's like the advertising is not doing its job that it should. But I can't say that for social media because it is awesome. I mean, it is huge. It's out there. So on social media, I can blast right now and just watch as people share my ads. Some other people share my ads or my post, and it's just like the word just gets out and the word gets out. So, you know, it's just like that's how I bring deals. But it's all about the branding, market, and advertising. Um, Talking to sellers is another thing. It's like you need to be able to call, make phone calls. A lot of you may be a little shy about having to call somebody, cold call, you know, all these real estate names. You know, you may be doing somebody a favor. I have had people that say or don't think that their home is worth anything. So they're not willing to post it. They're not willing to advertise it or really tell anybody. But when you're posting out there or looking for mobile homes, you know, you could be that one savior that comes in and buys their mobile home. We had a mobile home like this years ago. I still remember, an elderly lady. It was in one of the first mobile home parks that we invested in. She, just like I'm telling you, didn't think her mobile home was worth anything. There was holes on the floor. The roof was leaking. I mean, it was, she should not have lived there, but she did not have the funds, the means to be able to sell, go get a storage, move her stuff, and try to get somewhere else. So she just kind of just dealt with it. Every month she just paid her lot rent and just kind of went by. And you know, problems don't get better over time. So when we found that home, obviously, yes, we could rehab, but I thought immediately it's like you can add value as well. So a lot of times that could even be something you advertise. You know, distressed mobile home, fixer upper status, your mobile home roof caving in, call me. You know, there's all these little ways that you can advertise, but again, you could be helping somebody out. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win. You know, we ended up buying that mobile home, giving her money up front. She got a U-Haul. She was able to get a storage. She was able to move out, and she was happy as could be. So again, it wasn't all about us. We went on to rehab that mobile home and sell it, which there's a win. Win, win, win all the way around, right? So let me see. I'll pay attention to Instagram as well, of course. Wholesaling, wholesaling is good for new investors, definitely, especially if you have low means of funding. If you don't have X amount of money to be able to pay for a mobile home, or you don't want to come out of pocket, that's always a great concept. You want to learn wholesale no matter what. I didn't start by wholesaling. As a matter of fact, so many times I keep hearing about wholesale, and I kind of pushed it away. I used to hate contracts, agreements, but you know, something you got to learn. So when it came to wholesaling, all you're doing is assigning a property or a mobile home in this case, which means that you are you're signing as you're going to purchase it with an assignable agreement to be able to do it to somebody else. But you got to have a lot of information. You got to have a lot of buyers list as well. Those are time sensitive when you're thinking about doing wholesale, because you got an end date or a date when you need to close on it. So you want to make sure you're able to wholesale it off to somebody else. The best way to be a most proficient wholesaler is have a buyer's list first and then have the product. So when you do have the product, the buyers are waiting. Now you know what to shop for as well, right? So definitely, yeah, get it to wholesale. The more you invest in mobile homes is the more deals are going to come your way. The more you're going to realize I cannot take them all, and there's many, many out there. Okay. As a matter of fact, that's what we're going to be talking about Tuesday on Let's Do Deals Call. Tuesday at 7 p.m. where we pitch the deals. I got an opportunity for you. The spreadsheet, if you follow our social media, and if you don't, I've listed all my contacts on the chat box. You can send us an email and we can send you the inventory sheet. That inventory sheet is exactly what I'm talking about wholesale. So many deals come through that I cannot rehab them all at one time. So therefore, we put them out there for whoever's interested in. Now, notice my numbers. They're always low to market. If, as a wholesaler, I'm seeing a lot of wholesalers that come in, they're getting the numbers out of thin air. For one, none makes sense. And when I question them, they don't know how. They think that's the way it should be. But when you see a mobile home in a certain area that's, 2-3 times what it should be based on a fixer upper current status, obviously you're dealing with a wholesaler. You need to have more information and be more educated than the seller themselves as a wholesaler. You got to be, because if a wholesaler comes to me, I'm okay dealing with wholesalers. I'm not going to bypass them. I'm not going to try to go above them, but I'm going to treat them like they are the seller. So I will ask you questions. Obviously, the year, the make, the model. Is there a title? Does it need to be moved? Is there a lot rent? I may even ask you for school systems if it can stay there. So you have to know all these. And a lot of wholesalers get this idea of, I don't really care. I'm just wholesaling. That's a terrible approach. You want to be as most educated on there so that you can obviously relate as much to the buyer and the questions. So definitely learn on that one there. And like I said, learn from somebody that's headed to where you're trying to be or already there. Now, one of my mentors would say is, success leaves clues behind. So many times it could be as simple as somebody big you follow on social media. Just follow their trend and see what kind of things they're doing. Those are all clues, ideas. How can I implement those into my business or into my mobile home investing niche, right? All these things can work for you. So as a new investor, to sum it up, I know we went quick through this call here. Educate yourself as much as you can. You're never going to be truly ready, but you want to have as much knowledge. Have somebody you can call. Okay. Try to figure out and visit your RIAs, local RIAs, real estate events, the meetups, any of those in your local areas. Join those and connect with people. Okay. You may be the only mobile home investor there, but it does not mean real estate investors, realtors, brokers cannot help you. Right. Everybody, when it comes to real estate and mobile home investing, it's, I've noticed that from other businesses is people are more willing to help. Okay, I can't say that for other businesses, but that's typically the way that it is. So, all right. Any questions? I'll go through on here in a few minutes. So, I want to talk about a couple things, a couple quick changes. Like I said, Tuesday we got a big announcement, so definitely Tuesday 7 p.m. EST time. It's going to be a big opportunity for a lot of you. A lot of you, I realize and understand, you don't want to deal with mobile homes. Got it. I understand. That's fine. Don't deal with them. I'll deal with them. Now, how do I open opportunities for you? Is by creating you a hard or private money lender. So instead of investing in mobile homes, why don't you invest your money? Put your money to work. Okay. The most successful, wealthy individuals, entrepreneurs out there, that's what they do. They don't go to work. They send their money to work. Okay. Money multiplies more than your time will ever be. So we'll talk about that on Tuesday after we pitch the deals. March 11th. I want to talk about that one. Okay. Few changes have come up. We are working heavily on the studio down in Tampa. If you follow my social media, ledlivestudio.com, that is one of our newest investments. And it's down in Tampa, Florida. We were supposed to hold the event down there virtual and live in person. We got quite a few things being done at the studio right now. And at those times, we're going to be upgrading some things. So I don't want to have the event there. What I'm thinking now, and most of the people that have already signed up, they're all virtual, which is fine. The option was there, but I'm going to go ahead and make it all virtual for March 11th and possibly put a live event further down at the March or the first week of April. So we'll talk about those there. But March 11th, and this goes specifically for new investors. Okay, not just new. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, but um, definitely if you're new, you're going to be able to have a lot of get a lot of value out of this one. So on the March 11th, we're going to be covering. It's 4 hours long, by the way. It's from like 8 in the morning to like 12. We'll send all those times out there. Make sure everybody signs up. That signs up gets all the details. But branding, we're going to be talking about the branding, marketing, advertising. That's huge. The event is about exit strategies, but there's a lot of things that you need to know beforehand to be able to conduct a strategy of whatever exit you choose. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do branded marketing and advertising. I'm going to teach you how to do strategy on selling and making deals. Okay. A lot of times it could just mean the difference between negotiating and just taking the first yes or no, right? You got to be able to negotiate, but you negotiate based on facts and numbers. Market detects that, right? People tell me all the time, hey, I got a good deal. I paid 10,000 for a single one, wherever it may be. And I'm thinking, well, that's great, I guess. But what is the ARBs on it? Oh, I don't know. Okay. What are mobile homes selling for like that in those areas? Oh, I'm not sure. What are the lot rents? I don't know. Well, that's not due diligence. That's not due diligence. Then you're just guessing. You're just guesstimating. And a business isn't run on guesstimating anything. Okay. So I'm going to teach you how to use strategies to actually create that. I want to teach you every extra strategy to mobile home investing. That is the goal. I want all of y'all to multiply your passive income, generating wealth of income. Rentals, rent-to-owns, Airbnbs, Section 8s, veteran assistance, housings, elderly housings. We got transportation. We got putting deals, mobile home and land packages, wholesaler mobile home parks, how to buy mobile home parks. Okay. I'm also going to teach you how to raise money. A lot of you think there's no funding for when it comes to mobile home investing, and it could be as simple as tweaking your pitch. How do you pitch your deals to an investor is going to mean whether they fund it, they invest with you, or they don't. We have tons of investors at this time that want to invest more and more. So, very soon I may be connecting investors also with GMHU students, with other investors who need the hard money, private money lending. But I want to teach you how to raise those numbers, right? If I needed to fund one of my investments, can I reach out to somebody? Hard money, private money lender. Yes, even traditional lending. Go back to our social media. We had a whole call that I put on here for free. How to use credit cards for financing mobile homes. So, strategies. All these things are just to multiply and maximize your ROI, return on your investments. So definitely sign up for that on let's see, on let me see, real quick. I think I'll put it on here on the if you look on the chats, you'll see. I don't know if you can click on the actual link there, but it's our sister page, the GarciaMHU.com, which should be, oh, I pinned it there. Okay, so it's www dot spelled out. I know it's long name. Garcia Mobile Home University Events.com. You can check on that. We got a whole breakdown of everything we're going to be covering. So definitely a lot of stuff that's going to take place on that. Some of you call me every other day. How do I maximize? I can't get another deal. Nobody's selling. Excuses. Excuses. That's all that it is. Change your strategy and pivot if you got to do that. Okay. Because a lot of investors out there, you think that you're going to wholesale forever. That's fine and all, but what happens when there's no deals coming around? There is times throughout the years where people are not selling. Okay. There's times when people are not buying. You just got to depend on that. So this is where you start learning your markets. But then for you pivot, well, now I'm going to do rentals. Now I'm going to do flips. Now I'm going to move them, or I'm going to get into Section 8s, veteran assistance. Okay. Airbnb, all these things, we do them all. Do them all. Okay. So that's what we're going to be working on. But that's March 11th. So that's all I have for this evening. If any questions, y'all know y'all can email us at j@garciamhu.com. Tuesday night. Definitely don't miss it. If you have any deals to pitch, bring them on there. Got some new inventory we just uploaded. So if you do have access to our spreadsheet, check it out. Never wait till Tuesdays. I'll tell y'all that every week. There are some deals posted now. You may be wanting to check out. Okay. All right. TJ, yes, that's going to be virtual. So definitely check that out. And awesome. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for this evening, guys. So thank you all for joining me tonight. I will see y'all Tuesday evening. Thank you for watching.